Hello, people. I hope you're good. Today, we're going to talk about Chelsea's upcoming season. Is the club ready for the first game against Everton? As you know, Thomas Tuchel was furious on his previous press conference, saying his club is not ready uh, for the upcoming season. So I want to hear your thoughts, and then also people in the chat, make sure that you hit the like button and then can just comment there, ask question, so everyone will answer you. And again, I'm with Nick Blue. Nick, my friend, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. A lot of things to think about and talk about, really. What's going on with our club? Too many things I've been hearing, and some I don't like. Most of them I don't like, really. With the players uh, saying they're very unhappy with, what's going on. And, I don't know if it's all true, but, things are coming out. It's not nice news. The players not happy. That won't be no good for us. If the players are not happy with the system and they're forced to play different positions which they don't really want, then we're going to struggle. I said before, I predicted we finished second. I was so optimistic because I knew we get the signings. Well, we got Koulibaly and Sterling. And, Koulibaly for me was the main target. I really wanted that player. We got him. But after that Koundé fiasco, with Barcelona, it's crazy. What Chelsea were very wrong. It's not Barcelona, it's Chelsea's fault. Because we all said on Koundé said he wants to come to this club, and he meant it. The problem is when we heard, Bowley heard, Tuku heard that he had a little injury. It wasn't a serious injury. That operation wasn't serious. It wasn't nothing. And then they started looking at the elite, Kempembe, other players. And Koundé, I don't blame Koundé at all because he probably thought, oh, so I'm second choice now. So he decided to go to Barcelona because Chelsea got it wrong. You don't, if you want to play, you go and get him. Don't stroll about, don't hang around. We had the agreed terms, we agreed the price with Sevilla. Everything was agreed, but Chelsea didn't send the documents to be signed because they were too busy trying to get the lead, which would have been a great signing, but he's not coming. So I blame Bowley, I blame Tuku for all the nonsense they've been doing. Really blame them. They're both at fault. We don't have a football director. We were wrong to make Pellicet go and Marina go. Very wrong. Because, she should have been here doing this transfer window. We wouldn't be in this mess. And what I hear about is a lot of people who don't understand Chelsea and football. They're saying it's Marina's fault we're in this mess. How can it be Marina's fault when she's not here? But most decent fans like myself, I'm not boasting. I've been a Chelsea supporter all my life. I know in and outs of Chelsea. I talk to ex-players still. I know what's going on. And people who think Marina is at fault, there's something wrong with their heads. They should go have a brain test, really. That's what I want to say for now.
Okay, thank you, Nick. And then I understand your frustration. If sorry about that. If
Yeah.
this Kunde was the main target, we should have got him first before getting likes of Kulubali, maybe targeting Kempembe, Aki, and then it was delete also. So, but again, maybe that injured make them like maybe fall back, step back, just wait until the situation is clear. But again, I'm not here to blame people. We lose out because like now I can understand. Now I'm not no longer frustrated because like we are we're on the same targets. I mean, we want the same targets as Barcelona won. So Barcelona is bigger than us, and yes, we are a big club again, but it shows their project they're bigger than us. So it's what it is, man. Like I think we should move on. Just target another center backs.
Yeah.
As you saw on my topic, like we've been linked with so many players now.
To interrupt you, yeah, we have to move on. We have no choice but to move on. You're right.
Yes.
Right. You know, what's happened is happened. I still love Tuchel. I'm not saying I don't like Tuchel. I always like Tuchel. I love Tuchel. I just want him to get it right. I don't want to see what happened last season, losing to Arsenal 4-1, 4-2, sorry. Losing to Brentford 4-1, losing to Everton, to Burnley, draws at home. We have the worst record. You know that. We have the worst, Tuchel has the worst record since Roman Abramovich, with all the managers we've had. You know, all right, he sacked Mourinho, Ancelotti, Conte, Sarri, but he's got the worst record for losing games at home and drawing games. Did you know that? You go in and
Yes.
do the... Yeah, he has
Yes,
to... I still back him. I don't blame... You know, I want him to do well. I want the club to do well. I'm a Chelsea fanatic. You know that. I want to go to the game... You know, hopefully Everton, I'm not sure if I can go there, but Tottenham at home, I will be there. I want to see that team come out and prove me wrong. Sterling, prove me wrong. Get a few goals, get a goal. You know, I don't care what formation or system he plays as long as we can win and start scoring goals. The other day against Arsenal was a disgrace from the players and everyone. It was a disgrace. How can you go to the USA with 65,000 fans, half of them Chelsea, and go in that stadium and lose 4-0? We didn't show no fight, no spirit, no nothing. I'm not blaming Tuchel. The players, even he said it, the players are not mentally there. Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, it's the manager who gets sacked, not the players. He has to get it right for me. You know, I'm not going to judge him now. I will judge him end of the season. I'm still keeping my prediction second after City, which is, it looks very doubtful now. But, you know, I'm not changing my prediction up because that's why I want to shout and scream and make sure Chelsea finish up there. Yeah.
But again, Nick, I want to say something here. Like, I feel like the planning of this preseason, like, wasn't well organized because, like, there were a lot of traveling, and our players were getting tired because of a lot of traveling. We should have, for example, if you're going to Japan and then maybe focusing on like one area and just play all the games on one area, that will be fine. But America is huge, so we've got a lot of traveling from our players and stuff.
I understand that the traveling, you know, is massive. You know, it's a long way. It's like longer than going to any European countries from one state to the other. I know it's massive, but we should have played better against Arsenal. Even the traveling shouldn't stop Chelsea, you know, from coming out and showing, you know, it's a London derby, it's Arsenal. And I wonder what those American fans of us think right now. You know?
Okay, but again, I will just say what Jose Mourinho used to say, like in preseason is all about fitness and then just knowing the players that are right for you for upcoming season. So those players are not fitting into a system. Like now, as Tuchel was frustrated on the press conference, at the start he knows like which players he can trust, which players he won't trust. So I'm not gonna be mad for the preseason. Yes, look, let me finish. Like I know yes, I know like we've lost to Arsenal and Arsenal is our rival. But again, man, it's just preseason. We'll wait until the league start and then let's see they'll do that beat us again. Then I'll start complaining. But again, it's too early to judge Tuchel because,
Yeah.
like, to be honest, he just got two players that he wants, and then the rest are from the previous managers. And then he is trying to implement his system, but again, he's failing because like some players can't fit to what he's trying to do. That's why like he switched the system maybe into 4-3-3 because like we know Thomas Tuchel as a 4-3-3 formation coach, but again at Chelsea he can't do that because like a lot of our players are not like are not familiar with the system, or they can't take the distractions and stuff. So I can see why he's frustrated. But again, Nick, for you, like, do you think like this season, upcoming season, do you think Chelsea will perform?
Sorry, say that again. Chelsea will play back four. You said. What did
No,
you
I'm
say?
saying like I'm
Yeah.
saying the reason why Tuchel like played a 4-3-3 against Arsenal,
Mhm.
he was trained that on a, maybe in the training, because like we know Tuchel as a 4-3-3 formation coach, or a flexible coach, but again he likes the 4-3-3 formation. Maybe that's why he put those players and he
Yeah.
trusted them. But again, they didn't do what maybe he was trying to do in the training pitch. So I
Yes.
can understand why he's so frustrated because like they didn't do well. So man, I
Mm.
want to ask you something like, what do you think about the upcoming system? Do you think Chelsea's ready for the upcoming season?
Yeah, I think Tuchel will stick to the back three. That's his favorite system, and it does work. It does work sometimes, but it's hard because we have a double pivot. Kanti, Kovacic, Jorginho, or Jorginho. Remember Jorginho and Kovacic, how it worked? Well, how it worked before? It was brilliant. But he's having trouble now because other teams are finding us out. They're pressing us. They're pressing Jorginho, and he can't handle that anymore. He's not that sort of player. That's why I think we're still looking for a DM. We have Kanti, but he's not a DM. We have Kovacic, which is great. I love Kovacic. I love every player. But and Jorginho, I love him so much. But we need someone stronger and to defend. You need a proper DM. That's another main thing we do. We have defense. We have. Don't forget, we got James Chilwell, Chalobah, Sarr still, Ampadu still. I think he will get his chance next season. He can come back at the back. He can play in midfield. But the DM is the one position we really need. Rather than another striker, I think Broja will be back. He will get a chance. It's still not enough, but we can't get too many players this window. People think we can get every single position. No, we're going to get, like I said before, what did I say to Bago a long time ago? When Bowley came in, I said we're going to get 3 or 4 the most. And we're going to get another 2, maybe, hopefully, before the transfer window finishes. We have time. Even if we start the season, we have players. We have great young players to come in. I'm not worried about that. I just want Tuchel to get this system, tweak it, change it a little bit to suit these players we have. For instance, if Ziyech stays, you have to find a better way for him to succeed. He's a great player, and you see when he was on form during the season, he had a big form. He had good form, but he only got dropped the next game. I don't want to see that. Tuchel has to stop being so stubborn as well. It's not just the players. It's all together. Everyone's together in this. I'm sure, he will get it right. I hope. I do trust him. I back him. I just hope, we're going to go to Everton the first game and win. Because if we don't win that game, Everton, on paper, you look at their team and look at our squad and their squad, we're far more superior. Just now, even with, we need another 2 players, but with Koulibaly and Sterling and the rest of the players we have, we're miles better than Everton. But if we don't beat Everton, it won't go down well. Even a draw won't be good enough. We should be beating these teams. We're going to be bridging the gap to City. I know he will get a chance. I see Bowley giving Tuchel 2 more seasons. But if we don't finish in the top 4 next year, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes. He might just want to go himself. If we don't win a trophy and we don't finish top 4, I don't see a good end to Thomas Tuchel, which I want. I want him to stay. I hate fiery managers every 2 years. I hate that. I want him to stay there 5 years and build his team, and be successful. That's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, and then people, if you're in the chat, like, make sure like you ask any question you want, regardless of the topic, and then we'll try to answer you. But again, Nick, like, I don't want to talk about the start of the season for a long time.
Yeah.
Now we've been linked with so many players. Like, I want us to talk about them, and then just to get your view on players that we've been linked with. But again, before I'm gonna ask you a question. Like, I want to say this. Like, now there's no time there's no time to negotiate and for a long time, because like we have 2 weeks now for the start of the season. So I hope from Chelsea, from tomorrow, the end of this week, we can hear something like you have agreed a fee to one of the centre back that we are linked with, because like, as you said, Tuchel wants 3 centre backs, at least one before the season start. I'll be here. But again, I'm going to start with Pau Torres. What do you think about Pau Torres?
Yeah, I like him. It'll be a good signing, if we get him. We're linked with a few players again. We've been linked with so many players. But for me, Dijon would be great. He would come to Chelsea. I think we're looking at Dijon a lot. He's a great player. I would love to have him and Torres as well. Or one of them another player. But even 3 players, if we get now, is good for me. We have great players. Like I said, I keep saying all the time, we have great young players at the club. They can do a job. And if we get Dijon, I'll be happy. The striker, I'm not sure if we're going to get another striker. We do need a proper striker, don't get me wrong. We need someone to score goals. If Havertz and Sterling don't do it in the beginning, then we're going to be looking in the January window for sure. Let's see what happens with that. But Torres, Dijon will be great signings. I know we're looking at Skriniar as well, another good player. But, like you said, the season's coming. We got 2 weeks. This week is the Charity Shield. Liverpool City they're playing at Leicester City's ground, because England women are going to hopefully be in the final and play at Wembley.
They're in the final.
They are. Yeah, I thought they will be.
Yes, I was watching the game now.
Yeah, how much? What's the score now?
4-0. They won 4-0.
Yeah, they're in the final. I think they're going to win this European Championship, because they're playing at home. They'll be in front of a packed Wembley, in the final. It'd be packed. It's already sold out. So, yeah, good luck to them. They proved the men's... they put the men's team down. They put Southgate down. That man, you know what I mean?
But again, we're not here to talk about Southgate, man.
Another time we talk about that.
Yeah, we're here to talk about the Chelsea target, like, now.
Anyway, yeah, like I said, if we get the Torres or Dijon or both, it'd be a bonus. That would make the Chelsea fan base happy. and I'll be looking forward to the first game even more. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would love them two players right now. Kempembe is another. We're still talking with him. I heard, but it's not very hard. It's not very easy to get him to persuade him to come. You know, but let's see what happens. I'm not worried about the signings. Even if we don't get any more signings now, we've got to end of August. So even if we start the season with these two signings we have, there's no rush. Don't rush and get anyone. Keep going after Dijon and Torres and maybe Skriniar, Pembembe. You know, keep talking to them because we can always get them during the season as well. So I know it'd be better. It'd be better if we get the other players now to get to know each other with the other players. But we can't have Chelsea, fans are so spoiled. They're too spoiled right now. This generation is spoiled like anything. They should look back in the past when we were a second division side, struggling to stay in the second division. So, they don't know what it's like. All they think about is Roman and the trophies. But that didn't happen. It happened because of Roman. But, before Roman, we had a great team still. We had Ken Bates as the owner. We had Hasselbank and the rest of them, Heath Johnson, great players, and Chelsea's always had a great team, always. Even in the past, we had a great team. Even, second division team, we had youngsters. We had every single youngster, in the academy playing in the first team. Ray Wilkins, Ian Britton, I can go on and on, but they were great.
But
Anyway,
again,
that's what.
But again,
go.
We are here. You are here to talk about I think we're next time I'm going to do stream about everything about Chelsea so that we can talk about the older generations and the new generation, and then just to get more information about Chelsea, especially from you, because you're a long time supporter of Chelsea. So
all my life,
yes.
My life is Chelsea.
Yes.
My home is Chelsea. I live at Stamford. You know that.
Yes, but again, Nick, I see you being linked with Milan Skriniar, Pau Torres, Kempembe, Gaviol, and then Dumfries. And I want to talk about Dumfries because I've been hearing let me talk I've been hearing about Dumfries and a lot of our fans we're complaining that how can we be linked with Dumfries, and that means James will play as a right center back. Sometimes our fans need to wait and see if the players come to Chelsea, and then wait until he plays for the team, and then that will complain after. But again, after that Arsenal game, Chelsea fans will complain that James need competition. It's not good enough. Sometimes you feel comfortable. So I think getting a top player like Dumfries, I know some fans don't rate him, but again, me personally, I read the guy. So everyone got his or her own opinion. So all I'm saying now, we need players to start the season. So if you're going to get Dumfries, that means James' position will be under threat, and they will get the best of James. So hopefully if you get him, I'll be happy again. And then if Tuchel's system, James as a right center back, he can move into the midfielder, and he's so good on that, and that's a bonus for us. So I'm not gonna be making excuses or crying about Lindelof who and who. So, and again, I've been hearing our fans complain about Pau Torres. It's not good enough. It's another Christensen. But again, you never saw him under Tuchel. You don't know how Tuchel will use him if you're going to get him. And he's a decent player. He can improve under Tuchel. Tuchel can improve players. So all I'm saying now, we need at least one or two center backs. So all I'm saying now, we need to be patient. Just trust our board. Just trust Tuchel. He'll get his players, and then he can so that he can implement the system or style of play that he want. Because like I don't see us playing a good football because like I don't see Tuchel implementing his style of play because of some of the players that he doesn't like. But again, it's so hard to sell them due to the high wages or other teams doesn't want to buy them. So again, Nick, what do you think about the league of Milan Skriniar, the Inter Milan right back?
Yeah, I know he's a good player. I've seen him play, not a lot, but I've seen him play. He's a good back. He is. Dumfries is another good player, like you said. And the fans, mustn't get too quick to judge. They're judging them before they even come to the club. I was wrong. I was judging Sterling. I was wrong. I admit I was wrong. I didn't want Sterling. You didn't in the beginning. I remember correct.
Yes,
But
yes,
grown on me. What I saw glimpses of him in the friendlies, I liked. I like his attitude, direct, forward, dribbling, fast. I think Raheem Sterling is going to be one of our best players next year. I do, which I didn't want, but I can see a player in him, and I can't wait to watch him live. And yeah, Dumfries will be good. Like I said, De Jong for me would be massive. I like that player, and he is a great player. And like you said, Rich James can move into midfield. There's no problem. Rich James will have competition. He will make him even better. He's
exactly.
for me. He's already a world-class player, but he can be one of the best in the world. Really, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Nick. So all I'm saying now, like exactly, I mean, we have been linked with Gaviol from Leipzig, and I don't think that will be a smart move for us because like Levi Colwell is the same age as him. Like,
Yeah.
what is the message are we sending to Levi Colwell buying the same player at the same age on that fee? So that's why I'm saying like we need a Pateres, a more experienced player, a more established player, so that maybe Colwell won't feel like his position is under threat or like won't complain. For example, we need to convince him that he needs to stay, or it is going for a loan, not to sell him permanently.
Mm,
So, me personally, I would rule out the Jesco Gabriel like link because like I don't see Leipzig selling him after one season. So maybe unless we put Timo Werner on the like on the negotiation part. So we'll wait and see. And also will Milan Skriniar, wow, will be a good fit into our system and is a fighter and is a good player. So, but
yes.
again, my issue now I'm having with Milan Skriniar. Inter Milan are asking a lot of fee for him. That's why
Mm,
PSG like are pulling out, or maybe they might come again for him just to negotiate, maybe just to reduce the fee. And then Inter Milan are so stubborn again. So, but again, if you will be able to get a Milan Skriniar, oh my gosh, I'll be happy.
yeah. So would I. I mean, you're absolutely right about Gabriel. He's we have Colwill. We have to stick with our young superstar. Even if he goes, if he should go on loan to a Premiership club. That will do him even more good. He will come back the following season, matured and more experienced. Imagine, he's got a great future. We have to make sure we keep him. We have to make sure don't let these diamonds go or go to other clubs. That's the main thing I want. I don't want them to Chelsea to do. Bowley has to think straight. All right, he doesn't know much about football, but he can see what sort of players he has, and we have great players. You have Gallagher. All right, forget Mason Mount, Rhys James already the first team players. They're not I don't call them our young academy anymore because they made it. But Colwill, Ampadu, Gallagher, they can all make it, all of them. Even Billy Gilmore has been frozen out, which you see what I sent you today. You know, the players don't like what's going on with Billy Gilmore. Did you read the link? You know, the players don't like him because they know how good he is. And, you know, it's not good to freeze out Billy Gilmore because you think he's too short. That doesn't make sense, not one bit. If it's true, that's media talk. I didn't hear
Yeah,
Tuchel. Did you hear
yeah, no, I think it's just media talk because
Yeah,
like Tuchel said it like he said some players unfortunately won't be able to use them at the preseason. He rather like send them into the second team just to get minutes, and then they will evaluate them after everything. And again, I don't blame him. For example, he's trying to play likes of Barkley, but why just maybe, for example, maybe teams can watch them and then they see like, oh, these players are still good, so that we can sell them. But again, it's not working out. That's why Tuchel is so frustrated that what will he do? So we'll wait and see. Hopefully, like some players will be able to sell them, and then maybe Bill Gilmore, if we won't get a first team uh, place in Chelsea, I rather loan him at Everton because like Lampard knows him, and
Yes.
that'll be a good benefit for us and for him also, just to get game time. Also, a manager that knows him. So,
Oh,
but
yeah.
again, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, that
And
wouldn't be.
again,
Yeah, sorry. It would be a good move if he accepts to go on loan. Don't forget, he might want to play first team. He might want to be, go back to Rangers. You know, I heard that before. But you know, it'd be a great move for him if we can loan him. If he agrees, that'd be great for Chelsea because he will have the chance to show what he's made of. Then he will come back to Chelsea and prove everyone who don't rate him wrong because he's a great player. Yeah.
yeah, and again, like if he's like, for example, they're asking for a permanent move, like I won't blame the kid. So we'll wait and see. Hopefully, like from my side, we loan him, and also like we should keep this in mind. Unfortunately, we can't give all our academy players first team football. Some of
Yeah.
them we have to lose them, which sometimes is hitting us as fans. Like we're losing a lot of talents, but again, it's not easy to challenge for every trophy or the Premier League with a lot of academy players. We need to mix them up. So we'll wait and see, and hopefully Broha can stay. And because like West Ham will get a new striker, Skamaka, so that's a bonus for us. Hopefully, like West Ham won't come again, knocking into our door, bidding for Broha.
Yeah. I want
Mm.
to say on Brochure. Yeah, West Ham would, they put that because they know Tuchel said it, you heard it. He said Broja's here he's our player, he's not going nowhere. He has a contract with Chelsea Football Club. Even if he wanted to go, we don't have to let him go. But it's not like that. Tuchel promised Broja he will get the chance. He rates him a lot, which I like. And I can see Broja, doing something special. I really do. That's why I'm not too keen. I'm not. I won't be unhappy if we don't get any other striker because we have, now we have Sterling. We have Hassan Odoi who will try his best to get back in the team, and we have Pulisic. Ziyech is still there. Werner looks like he could go. I want to talk about Werner if you for soon. Um, and
No
then
problem. We can talk about it.
we have we have great players. Havertz, it's just they have to start scoring. That's the only thing with our players side. And I'm sure Tuchel can get them scoring. If he gets them happy, it'd be different. If you got unhappy players, nothing would work. But let's see what happens with that. I want to say Werner because Newcastle are very keen on Werner right now. And I was thinking, I would tweeted it on my account. I said, well, you know, if Werner wants to go to Newcastle, Newcastle want Werner, why not make a deal with St. Maximin? Another great player, one of the best in the Premiership for me. He's one of the top 5 strikers of St. Maximin. I would love him to come with Chelsea and work with Tuchel. Imagine what Tuchel can do with him, you know.
Yes, I agree. I agree because, like, I think we've been linked with Sam Maximum. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. But again, I see like you're talking about Frankie de Jong earlier. And again, with like what Barcelona is owing this kid, I don't think like he will go into like this season unless they force him to move. So we'll wait and see with Frankie de Jong. But again, he's a good player, and I think the way we'll play will be an upgrade for Jorginho. But I'd rather buy him if we'll be able to sell Jorginho or Kante or someone in the midfield because like we'll be having a lot of midfielder and still getting a Frankie de Jong. That won't make sense. So we need to shift out some players in order to make a space for Frankie de Jong or a DM that we want, so that we can have a healthy midfielder. Because like we can have 8 midfielders, 9 midfielders. Some players will feel like unhappy. So we need to have a balance there in the midfielder.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can talk.
Everything's about the balance, like you said. You know, you have to have a balance. You know, with young and experienced players, you have to have the mixture, and you have to get that mixture right. The formation, the system, everything, and you know, to make Chelsea be a force again, like we was. You know, we were the best club in Europe. You know, we was under Jose Mourinho, even under Sarri. I look at the games under Sarri, and Sarri Ball was special. If you go back and look at the way we were playing under Sarri, it was great. You know, we were scoring goals. We were playing brilliant football. You know, I didn't want Sarri to go. I really liked the guy, but yeah, he was forced out, frozen out. That was you know, because mostly because of the fans. That for some reason they didn't like him. A lot of them, you know, I heard, you know, a lot of things. But I'm one of those who really backed him. I liked the way he was playing. But what can we do? We move on. And let's hope Tuchel is the man to stay. We need a manager at Chelsea Football Club to be here for the long run, for 3 or 5 years. Like Pep at City, like Klopp at Liverpool. Why are they so successful? Because they have managers there for 6, 7 years. They have established a manager who knows what he's doing, and you know they're backing him. Pep lost a lot of games in the beginning when he came to City, don't forget. But he got it right. You know, the first season I think they finished 4th or 5th, 4th I think. And you know, but you're right. City had money. They bought players, but they bought the right players. You know, there wasn't buying anyone. And you know, what a manager! You know, one of the best managers in the world for me, Pep, with Mourinho, of course. And Tuchel can become one of those managers for me, as long as you know he gets the right signings, the people he wants. I'm sure he can make it work. You know, that's why I still back him. You know, I've heard a lot of things on Twitter. Get Tuchel out already. The season hasn't even started, and they Tuchel out because he couldn't get Koundé or stupid things. You know, it really annoys me, honestly. Yeah, I'll let you.
Yeah, again, I think like we should like do another stream on Sunday so that everyone will be available so that we can have a debate. And then if again there's 2 of us, I won't mind because like now it's getting late, and I was thinking like we could do a 30-minute stream. Now it's 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Also,
let me know
I
in advance so I know, not to do
yes,
much.
yes, yeah. I'll let you know when I'm doing another stream, and
Yeah,
then
cool.
also I appreciate your time, and then yeah, you can finish what or anything you want to say and to add so that we can close the stream.
I mean, you heard I talk a lot. When I start, I don't stop. You know me. You know me for a long time. And, I talk like this because I'm so passionate for the club. You know how I feel, what I do, and that's why I talk a lot. And, sometimes I say things which offend other fans, but because I mean it, because they don't look at everything. They're quick to judge. Our fan base, our young generation are too quick to judge. They're judging players, they're judging Tuku before the season hasn't started. Give the guy a chance, Give him a chance and you judge him end of the season, not now. That's my final word.
Okay, Nick Blue, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and everyone that got chance to be in the chat. Just make sure like you comment whatever you want to say, and then I'll take my time to reply. Also, if you're willing to join us again in this stream, make sure like you DM me at Twitter so that I can add you to the panelist. Also, you can follow Nick Blue at Nick Blue on Twitter.
Yeah,
Again, Nick, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, man.
yeah, okay, East Tobago.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, yeah, take care.